you don't believe that managers should in any way get involved with anyone from now on in a game.
Yeah, well, the terminology, what they say is that the managers should act in a responsible manner when they're on the touchline. Now, you have situations where you've got a position where it's a vital game and there can be problems with it, especially in derby matches. Now, I know they may be judged more harshly in that respect, but I do think that a manager has an ambassadorial role for the club, and I do believe if I was the SFA, I'd be making it very clear to managers and saying, please do not react to supporters, just ignore them, concentrate on your game, your team, don't react to them. And I think that would be the best way forward. There's not a lot of it happens, right? But I just think the manager should be in a position whereby he ignores it. Despite all the abuse he might be getting, you just ignore these people and concentrate on the match.
Well, funny enough, Craig Levine's come out today and he has said that quite simply he's amazed that Hibs and Hearts have obviously been issued with a notice of complaint over the fracas that were on the field as well. He said if you think that's problematic and that deserves a notice of complaint, you know, you have to have a look at the biggest picture. He thought there was nothing in it. Now, I personally was gobsmacked by your take on Chris Boyd's celebration towards the Aberdeen fans, Neil Lennon's situation, and then we go to Jose Mourinho. I think we're taking the fun out of the game, Gordon. But I genuinely believe that the onus is on the fans to conduct themselves and not be in a situation where they think it's okay to throw coins.
Yep.
I don't mind Chris Boyd doing that. I certainly don't mind Neil Lennon doing it because I was there, I watched what he said. I don't have a problem with interaction, providing, of course, you're not antagonising the crowd. You feel differently about that?
I don't feel that there's any problem with it either. I think that you can have a laugh and a joke and laugh at a team when they lose a goal or you've scored against them. That would be fine if you can do that. But the problem is that it's been regarded as well by the police and the authorities to think this could be inciting the crowd, and that's why players are not allowed anymore to go to the opposition support, run behind the goals and celebrate.
Is it the running behind the goal, or is it the running towards them?
Well, running and going in front of them, leaving the pitch. Leaving the pitch.
You just think leaving the pitch?
Leaving the pitch is crucial.
As long as you don't leave the pitch, it's okay.
Most of the time, they still can be done, depending on whether the referee decides it is volatile in terms of what he's done. If it's regarded as something that might incite the crowd, then it can be punished.
Yeah, I didn't think Neil Lennon incited the crowd, Gordon.
We don't know. I don't know if he did or not. Who's to say? What I'm saying is, who judges that? Did they go around and interview every day? Were you incited there, or were you annoyed at Neil Lennon doing that? You don't do that. What you need to do is to make sure that a manager should not be at all involved. And as I say, even if it was my own son that was doing it, or I was a chairman of a club, I'd be saying to my manager, don't get involved with the away support.
So, and I presume that goes for players as well?
Players as well. Don't get involved with the away support, yes.
Ruffy?
Again, we've got the morons out there that these things will upset, but I think every manager is different from everybody else. Everybody reacts different. There are people who, react to situations who wouldn't bother us. It wouldn't get me. Whatever Neil Lennon did to me, if I was sitting in that stand and I was a Hearts supporter, it wouldn't bring me on to throw a coin.
Yeah, but Gordon thinks Neil Lennon should be punished. Chris Boyd shouldn't, by the authorities.
No, I'm saying it for now on. The manager should be told not to do it, or else they will be punished.
Yeah,
they should be.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Did you not feel earlier in the week that he should be punished for that?
I'm saying he could have been if the rules were correct, the manager should be punished for doing it, because they shouldn't be possible. Whether you accept, you don't think it was inciting the crowd, that's down to personal opinion.
No, I get interpretation. I absolutely buy into interpretation, but clearly the interpretation was that he didn't incite the crowd.
A volatile atmosphere.
If he did incite the crowd, he would be up in front of the SFA.
Yeah, but the people that he's inciting are the morons and the thugs that are throwing the coins.
No, but that's a different matter.
It's the same for the player that does it too. If the player does it, what they're saying, oh wait a minute, MD that actually gets annoyed by that, it's not your fault, so I'm not going to book you. You can just go and celebrate in front of the away support. But what they're trying to say is you shouldn't do that because it could incite people, and if there's any possibility that might happen, they're saying don't do it.
You'd agree it's killing the game then? You're killing the game with obviously the Chris Boyd situation. Of
course they are.
Who you could see right from the moment it was a bit of fun.
A player takes his shirt off now when he scores a goal, he's booked for it. in board. But the managers actually are told to act in a responsible manner on the touchline, which means don't get involved with away support.
But again, the only thing I would say is, I don't think the two of them are. I don't think you separate the two of them. I think if you're saying Neil Lennon should be punished for that, I think Chris Boyd's in the same game. I don't think they should be punished, but I think they're in the same game if we're working off those rules. It's subjective. It's also subjective from the basis of the SFA, which goes back to the Willie Collum thing. If the SFA, and you're talking about a three-man panel here, roughly, that you mentioned, if they think this is something that isn't in our mind breaking the rules, then he won't be punished. And he hasn't been brought up to my mind and said, you are up for that. It's clearly something that I think, I agree with you, Gordon, I think it needs to be cleared up, but I don't think there can be one rule for one and one for the other. The funny thing is, Nicola Sturgeon has come out, and here's another debate on this one. Gordon Strachan says it's not about sectarianism. He reckons it's just about morons who obviously partake in this sort of behaviour. Today, Nicola Sturgeon said she's in full support of him. She thought Neil Lennon acted with great dignity after it, and she said they're going to do everything to take a stance on anti-Catholic and anti-Irish bigotry. I think she's looking at the broader picture on this one, Ruffy. I know he suffers from the bigotry. We'll never be able to prove what motivated that person to throw a coin. No,
I would think if there was anything going on with certain individuals, as far as Neil Lennon is concerned, it would be basically bigotry. You know, that unfortunately, you know, that I think most of the abuse that he would be getting would be of that kind of abuse. It wouldn't be football abuse. It wouldn't be directed or verbally in a footballing context. It would be what Neil has come out and said that's happened, and that's because it's different individuals. And we're talking about the Chris Boyd thing. When Chris Boyd did what he did, I don't think he'd be getting that kind of abuse.
Yeah.